For more on a Netflix status update, I'm joined by Brad Adgate, Director of Research at Horizon Media. He joins us now from New York. So, Brad, obviously good news that Netflix has been able to work out this content deal with DreamWorks, but the price seems awfully high. Reportedly, they're paying $30 million per movie?
Yeah, that's about $10 million more than what HBO typically pays for a movie. And I think you got to look at it at 2 years ago. This was probably way exorbitant a price. But 2 years from now, this might turn out to be an okay deal because it seems like, you know, the prices for the rights of these streaming movies is continuing to increase.
Okay, but, you know, Netflix has been taking a lot of punches lately. Its market cap has lost 57% recently. I mean, are Netflix's best days behind it? Is Netflix done? It could very well be. I mean, Reed Hastings has done a brilliant job navigating so far, but there are a lot of competition out there. You know, we talk about Amazon cut a deal with Fox today. Blockbuster is launching a streaming service under Dish. You have Walmart's Vudu ramping up. Apple is in that space. So, and who knows who else is going to enter this. So I think that at some point soon, you know, you got to think how viable network's going to be. It's really just an aggregator and distribution of content, and there's nothing to stop these movie studios from distributing their own content. If it's just going through a rough patch, it's definitely a very rough patch for Netflix. I mean, the company's lost $9 billion of its market cap. There's talk now that it could be an acquisition target. Do you think that's the case?
I think it's possible. I mean, you know, certainly any type of deal I would want to have Reed Hastings still involved with this because he was so closely associated with the company that it's possible that would happen. I think a lot of it is who would be the companies that buy it really depends on who buys Hulu. And, you know, certainly Amazon is in that arena. So is Google. These are companies that have been thought of buying it. And the studio could even buy it. I mean, it's a great brand. Consumers, you could see how much of an affinity consumers have with the brand, you know, written by all the comments on social networks after the rate increase and using Quickster as even a name of their DVD service. So you might start to, you may see some studio even make an acquisition of the company if it comes to that.
Do you think Reed Hastings would sell?
I think if everybody's got a price, and certainly right now, if you're going to buy it, now would be the time. I think there are a lot of industry analysts forecast that the stock is going to increase over the next few weeks. It's not, I don't think, going to be what it was in July when it was $300 a share. But you know, you never know. It's hard to get in his mindset. He's been so counterintuitive to everything that he's done, and for the most part, he's been successful for the last few months. So he might, but. You know, you can't predict that guy.
You know, Reed Hastings is certainly a much celebrated CEO, but Brad, have the missteps over the last few weeks caused you to lose any confidence in his leadership there?
To an extent. I think sending out that letter, I mean, you know, comparing it to some missteps of companies, I would have compared it to Apple and just think of all the, you know, how Apple kind of had a nadir and then Steve Jobs came back and turned that company around. I think that would have been a better analogy for Netflix subscribers than, say, comparing it to Borders. But, you know, I do think that this deal with DreamWorks is an indication that he's telling his subscribers that, you know, he's getting content, he's getting new content, and that the company's moving forward, and I think that's what subscribers like. And it's kind of interesting about how, you know, shareholders' opinion or Wall Street's opinion of Netflix has kind of coincided with what subscribers think of Netflix. So hopefully for the shareholders, if subscribers, you know, get on board with Netflix and continue to support the company and subscribe to the service, and DreamWorks Animation is what they want, maybe this will help.
If he's going to follow in Steve Jobs' footsteps, he better start that turnaround effort now. All right, Brad Adgate of Horizon Media from New York. Thanks for joining us.